Welcome to Frequency Healing Podcast. I am your host, Amber Clovey. Throughout this podcast, we're going to be talking to experts in the field from around the world in the realm of energy and frequency healing. The product that you're going to hear us talk about is the Tera-P90, which you can learn more at OlyLifeHealing.com. And we're going to be interviewing customers who are utilizing this device to heal their body at a cellular level. I've been on this journey for almost a year now, and I have seen this device transform lives. And so I wanted to bring it here in a podcast form to inspire you as we hear from the customers who have personal firsthand accounts of how the Tera-P90 has changed the trajectory of their health story. So without further ado, let's jump into our next interview. Hello, so we're here with my friend Linda. Linda's been using the Tera-P90 for about 6 months now. And Linda, do you want to share a little bit about your background as far as, because you use EESystems and frequency and energy healing, getting to the root of health issues is your passion. And so do you want to share a little bit about what piqued your interest in the P90 and kind of what you do?
Yes, well, I have alternative healthcare center in Alexandria, Minnesota, and I have been doing frequency therapies for quite some time. And I moved to Alexandria because of trying to get the EESystem, which I have 12 units, and that is scalar energy, but it boosts the function of the cells. And so when I found out about the terahertz P90, my goal was to get people to get that unit, because there too, again, it can do similar things as the scalar, but it's something that people can have at home. Mm-hmm. And so, they can keep their cells stimulated, their energy higher, just have frequencies running through their body, because in today's world, we have such an onslaught of different electromagnetic frequencies that tend to be adverse to our cells. And so if you can do, something like the terahertz and the grounding on a daily basis, it's so essential, because not everybody lives in a healing center like I do.
Right.
And so, but and it's hard for me to, pinpoint exactly what does what here, because I live in this EE center. And, and I've used so many different frequency healing modalities through several years already. And so, but some of the things that I've noticed with the terahertz P90 is I feel at times that it actually gives me more energy. And some of the sensations, I guess, I've had throughout different parts of my body, because I've had 2 knees that I've torn the meniscus on. And so I just feel that there's times when even, that area, the meniscus area, will actually heat up. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure that it's doing still some repair work, because I'm trying to literally stay away from having to have any kind of surgeries. And so some of the experiences I have had with some of the people who have bought the terahertz P90 is one gal who has had pain in I believe it was her big toe for years already. Within 2 weeks, that pain was gone. One gal who had multiple injuries to an ankle and, lots of stiffness and even inflammation in her knuckles, swelling, that sort of thing, mm-hmm. that has totally disappeared. And so people are, because you have to, I feel you have to do something almost daily, mm-hmm. to try to stay well in this journey of wellness that we have nowadays. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of my background. So yeah, I love interesting therapies, and the terahertz P90 is definitely one of those. Very simple. You don't have to have tons of education, know how to do kinesiology testing to know the right program. It's mm-hmm. just you sit down and you do it.
Mm-hmm. And I love that you said that, you live in a healing center, but most of us don't. So to have this healing center within our own home the price is really incredible considering, to get that kind of therapy at different centers. But you incorporate this within your center, right? Like people come, they stay
I
there, they get and they get the P90 therapy.
Absolutely, they do. In fact, most times when I have people staying overnight, I encourage them to use it in the evening and in the morning because, it's just another avenue or modality that can, really stimulate those cells to function better. And, that is so needed. And so, it's just an introduction to them to actually, and it's not horribly expensive, and it's simple to use. You don't have to have all kinds of knowledge of frequency therapies, different programs used for what. You just do it. And and it's been providing tremendous benefits for people.
Do you have any advice to someone who is new to the frequency world? They don't really understand much beyond grounding. Like, what would you say to someone who's like, well, I would love help with my pain and my inflammation, but can you help me understand what do these frequencies do for us? Like, why do we need them?
Okay, well, most of us, because of the way we eat, the water we have, even the air that we breathe, all of the electromagnetic frequencies from every electrical something in our home to the towers that are out in our communities. All of those literally take voltage down in our cells. And what I mean by voltage is the energy that's within your cell, the ability for your cell to keep repairing, to get rid of toxins, and to usher in new cells. And so if you can find a way with a user-friendly device that provides you with a frequency, it's a stimulation, kind of like an energy boost to a cell. And so if you can do that in such an easy way, there's just no way that you can lose. I mean, and given some situations, health situations, it's going to take longer than one person versus another because we all have different scenarios, different situations. And so, you have to provide yourself the time and the ability to use this device correctly. Don't just shoot for the moon right out of the gate. Take your time increasing in the numbers so that you have a higher input or output, I guess you would say. But, take your time, drink your water, because once you start doing even one thing to change the energy of your body, you start thinking about, well, what am I doing here? And what am I doing there? And maybe I need to change this. And it's just
baby steps.
Easy. Yes. I mean, it's just, it's so easy to get started and just start realizing that you're in control of your health. And if you don't do something about it, nobody else will.
Yeah. I was interviewing one person today. Her name's Sherry, and she was at this point in her life. She had really bad arthritic pain. She couldn't walk without pain. And she was looking at, I could take all this medication, and her friends are in walkers or in wheelchairs. And she just thought, she's like, there has to be a better way. And she started using the P90. And she isn't in any more pain. She can open and close her hands without any problem, but she was at that kind of fork in the road, in decisions. I can go the one route, which is, masking the pain with pharmaceuticals, or I could get to the root. And so she started using the P90. And I love those stories so much,
Oh, I know. They're just fascinating. I mean, and sometimes, when you have real serious critical situations like that, the response is quicker and better, but there's still work to do. And so, just keep at it and just do something that will change, your cells, because your cells are everything. And, if they tend to not have high enough voltage, you will start having some type of disease or, you just go downhill, and you don't want that, So I really, try to get people to understand that, please do something.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Linda, so much for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing this technology with your clients and being a part of their healing journey. Is there any last word you would like to leave the audience with?
Well, I just want to say God bless all of you. And, let's just all keep fighting the fight that we, try to stay healthy in our world and to keep sharing it with other people, because that's what, we're all here for.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much, Linda. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Amber.
Bye.
Bye.